Today I'm going to show you how to make these adorable little handheld size gummy bears. I am using Premier Just Chenille yarn. This is just from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use it in the orange color. I've also used Premier's Parfait Chunky, which is a little bit plushier. And if you use the same hook size, it just ends up being like, this one's not quite done yet, so it'll be like just a smidge taller. But yeah, you can use whatever yarn works for you. Okay, so you only need a few things for this project. You're gonna need your yarn of choice. I've been using a 5mm crochet hook, but you can use whatever size works best for you to have like the right stitch size, or there's no gaping like in between your stitches so the stuffing isn't visible. So if you need to size up or size down, you can totally do that. Some stuffing and a little sewing needle to weave in the ends. Okay, to start, you can use a magic ring if you want. Typically I would if I was using regular yarn, but with chenille or fuzzy yarn, sometimes I find that that just makes it a little hard to do. So usually what I do when I'm using this yarn is I'm just gonna go ahead and start with a chain 2, and then I'm gonna put 6 single crochets into the first chain. And that's just how we're gonna start our pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so that is going to be the base of your pattern. That is your first row. For the second row, we're gonna do 2 in each around. So we're gonna double up and end up with 12. So you're gonna do 2 single crochets in each of these 6 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so for row 3, we're gonna do another increase round, and we're gonna increase up to 18. So that means we're just gonna put a single crochet in the next, and then 2 single crochet in the next, and then repeat that all the way around until we have 18. I'll just go ahead and do that for you. So we have 1, and then 2 in the next, 2, 3, 1 in the next, 4, 2 in the next, 5, 6, 1 in the next, 7, 2 in the next, 8, 9, 1 in the next, 10, 2 in the next, 11, 12, 1 in the next, 13, 2 in the next, 14, 15, 1 in the next, 16, and 2 to finish off, 17 and 18. All right, row 4 is where we're going to add 2 bobble stitches for our legs. So we're gonna start off this row by putting 1 single crochet, and then we're going to do our first bobble. So you're going to yarn over, go through the stitch here, pull through. We're gonna do that 5 times. So that was 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over, pull through 4, and yarn over, pull through 5. And then you're gonna yarn over and pull through all the stitches on your hook. And then I like to chain 1 just to kind of finish that off. But we're not gonna crochet into that stitch in the next row, so I'll show you that. But now you can see, so this is gonna be our base, and then we have one of our little feet. 2, 3, and you're going to 4, single 5, crochet 6, in the next 4. 8, so we've got 10, 1, 11, 2, 3, 4. And then once again, we are going to do a bobble stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over, pull through. I'm gonna chain 1, and you can just kind of pop out your little bobble there. And then we're going to finish this row by single crocheting in the next 11 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so for row 5, we're going to single crochet 18 around, but we are going to skip those chains that we chained 1, like to close off our bobble stitch. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then here you can see there's like that chain right at the top here. We're just going to skip over that one and go to here. That's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, and we've got one more still in the front here, 7, and then we're going to skip this one right on top of the bobble and go over to this one, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And each row you should be ending, like leaving that one here before the leg, because remember that first row we did 1 single crochet and then we did our bobbles. So as long as you are ending in this spot over here where there's like 1 stitch left before your bobbles, then you should be in the right spot. And then for rows 6 and 7, we're going to do 18 single crochets around again. This time it'll be super easy because we don't have to skip anything, because everything is looking right now. So we just have to do 18, 18, and then I will meet you back for row 8. Okay, so for row 8, we're going to do our next row with the top little leggies here. So you're going to start the row off with a single crochet, and then we're going to do that first bobble stitch. So we're going to yarn over and pull through 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over, pull through, chain 1, you can pop out your little bobble, and we're going to single crochet 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do our second little bobble, so yarn over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over, pull through all of those, and chain 1, pop out your little bobble. And then we're going to finish this row by doing 11 single crochets. Okay, for row 9, we're going to do a decrease row and decrease to 12 stitches. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a single crochet followed by a decrease, which gets a little tricky because we do have these bobbles here and we are skipping that 1 chain. So I'm just going to do this whole row with you. So we're going to start with a single crochet. So we're going to put that right in here. And then we're going to do an invisible decrease. So you're going to put your hook through just the front loop of this next stitch here. We're going to skip this one that's right in the center there and move over to this one here and put our hook right into the front loop only there. And then you're going to yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through the rest. And so that was your invisible decrease. So we did 1, and then in the next 2 we did a decrease. So now we're just going to repeat that all the way around. So we're going to single crochet in the next, decrease in the front loops of the next 2, single crochet in the next, and then we're going to go ahead and skip this one right in the center here and decrease in the front loops of the next 2, single crochet in the next, and then it's a little easier over here, decrease in the front loops of the next 2, single crochet in the next, decrease in the front loops of the next 2, single crochet in the next, and decrease in the front loops of these last 2. And then you should have 12 stitches now. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now for row 10, we're going to increase back up to 18. So this was just supposed to be this little definition to kind of get like a neck going. So we decreased down to 12, and now we're going to increase right back up to 18. So we're just going to do a single crochet followed by an increase. So 2 single crochets in the next. So now I have 1 and then 2, 3. Single crochet in the next, 4, 2 in the next, 5, 6, 1 in the next, 7, 2 in the next, 8, 9, 1 in the next, 10, 2 in the next, 11, 12, 1 in the next, 13, 2 in the next, 14, 15, 1 in the next, 16, and then 2 in the last. We've got 17, 18. I'm just going to double check that that really is 18. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then my finger's kind of blocking this one, 18. All right, so that was row 10. So for row 11, we're gonna start off with 4 single crochets. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can kind of see we're in the middle here. So we're gonna do a bobble right here, which is gonna be its nose. Sometimes I like to do 4 instead of 5 on these. You can just play around and decide what you like. I'm gonna do 4. So I'm gonna yarn over and pull through 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, pull through all of those, chain 1, pop out your little bobble, and then we're going to finish this row by single crocheting in the next 13 stitches. So 1, 2, for row 12, we're just going to do 18 all the way around, but we do have that bobble with that 1 chain at the top that we need to skip over. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to skip this one right at the top, move over here, 6, 7, 8. All right, row 13, we're gonna do our ears. We're gonna go ahead and start with a single crochet, and then I'm gonna do a bobble stitch here, I'm gonna go ahead and do 5. So yarn over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn over, pull through, chain 1. Then we're going to single crochet 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to bobble right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over, pull through all of those, chain 1. And we're going to finish this row with 9 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to take this opportunity to start stuffing the bear before the hole up top gets too small. I'm just going to start pushing some stuffing down here. Just add little bits at a time until it's where you need it. All right, I'm going to leave that for now. All right, so now we're going to decrease again. So we're going to do that same thing we did previously when we did the decrease round for the neck. So we're going to go down to 12 stitches. So we're going to single crochet and then decrease in the next stitches, which will bring us to 12. And I'll do it with you. So we're going to go 1 and then hook in the front loop here only. Skip the one that's right up top and put the hook in the front loop of the next. And now that is 2. Single crochet in the next. Decrease in the next 2. So front loop only, front loop only. There we are. Single crochet in the next. And then decrease in the next 2, and then skip this one right here, single crochet, decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet, and one more decrease, and then just to double check, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, and then if you need to, you can go in and just kind of continue to pop your bobbles out a little bit more. I'm gonna stuff this a little bit more. And then we're going to go ahead and do another decrease round and decrease it to 6 stitches. So that means we're just going to decrease by doing a decrease 6 times in a row. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then this is your opportunity to add any last minute little bits of stuffing. I'm just going to put a smidge more in here. There doesn't need to be a ton right here because this is going to be like flattened out when you finish this off. But so now this is good. You're just going to go ahead and cut an end off. Just leave yourself a little bit of a tail for sewing. So I'm going to go ahead and just slip stitch into the next stitch here, and then pull that through. And then take your little sewing needle, attach your yarn. All right, and then what you're gonna do to close this out is you are going to just weave this in and out of those stitches all the way around. So I'm gonna go in the front loop only, going in and then back out, in the next and out the next, in the next, and then out in the last. Oh, of course this is in my way, so. And then you're just going to cinch it up and close that. And then just go ahead and tie off a knot. So insert your yarn through one of those stitches and tie off a knot to finish this up. And just tighten that as much as you can. And then go ahead and just start weaving in your loose end. I usually poke it through in a couple spots. And then whenever you are satisfied with that, go ahead and cut off your extra. And there you have it, your very own little pocket-sized gummy bear. And then you can just kind of define those baubles just by squishing them. It's really malleable to kind of just get it to plump up wherever you need it to. But yeah, so adorable. You can make a bunch of colors and display them all together. Give them as little gifts, whatever you want. So cute. I hope you love it.